Can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I...
Okay, gamers and game mets, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And before we get into today's video, guys, as usual, let me do my shameless plugins. If you're not, make sure you're following me on the appropriate social media at Tanek127, which includes Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you want more Nintendo gaming, updates, guides, news, stuff like that, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel, and let's go ahead and get right on into what I want to talk about today. Now, this one's an interesting one. I actually meant to do this video over the summer, but I didn't have time. I didn't get around to it, and with, the whole remote learning thing kicking down on us and stuff like that, and, as you guys know, I'm a parent, I have kids. It was just, summer was a pretty complicated time, summer and pre-summer. Yeah, I'm going ahead and making this video now. So it's been a little bit over a year since I've had the Nintendo Switch console, and I want to talk to you guys about how I'm feeling about it, what I think for the future, and what I personally feel, how I personally feel Nintendo should be handling things going down the road. Because there are some things about the Switch I love, and there are some things that I've been hearing, especially this last year, that are just honestly scaring the hell out of me. And I do, figure I'd like to put my opinion out there, especially since, I've made Nintendo a pretty good part of my channel, and I'm proud of it, and I want to continue doing so. PS4, my Xbox One, and even my new gaming PC that I've had less for a year. I like my Switch, and I enjoy playing it more than all three of those platforms. If I could, honestly, if it weren't for content creation, I probably would have just let my PS4 and Xbox One ride out really far this next generation and just played most of my stuff on Switch. I've told you guys in a bunch of different videos, I've started playing a lot of my third-party games on Switch, especially since I don't trust Sony too much in the backwards compatibility department, and I personally just find the Switch a more comfortable console in a lot of areas. One thing I tend to do on my Switch a lot is I play Fortnite with my kids. I'm not really a crazy Fortnite guy, but thanks to them, I've learned to like the game a bit more. I've mained one of the big shooters I cover on my channel, Rogue Company. I main that on Switch. You guys are seeing some Splatoon gameplay in here. I main Dauntless on Switch. I even would like to play Torchlight 3 on Switch eventually. I plan on playing Skyforge on. There's even MMOs I want to play on this console. I enjoy this console that much. The Pro controller is one of the most comfortable controllers I've ever used in my life. I love it. I enjoy that for shooters more than I like the current Xbox One controller right now. And that'll sound crazy to a lot of people, but I even just streamed some Rogue Company last night with me going against some PC players in PC lobbies. I had my buddies Nevermore and the Asylum Warden join me, and we just got up and we were wrecking stuff. One was on PC, one was on Xbox, I was on Switch, and we were running things. It was a good time. Nintendo's exclusives always been awesome. That's a no-brainer there. Mario, Zelda, Smash. Smash Brothers is probably one of my favorite fighting games now. Since I've been playing Smash, I don't really even bother with Tekken or Injustice or any other fighting games, really. I'm a huge fan of Soul Calibur, and thanks to Smash, I ain't even touched that. I think I've played Soul Calibur 6 this year, I think maybe once or twice, thanks to Game Pass. But the Nintendo Switch has taken up a lot of my time, and I've really just, I enjoy this console. I love this console, and the fact that we're only halfway through its life cycle, according to Nintendo anyway, makes me excited, because I really want to see how Nintendo fight back against the next generation. And they've shown what they can do. Like, Sony and Microsoft have been toting, next gen 4K ray tracing and all that fun stuff, 120 FPS, and it gets the world hype. But Nintendo's like, yo, here's a new Zelda game, or here's a new Smash character, and the world tends to scream 2 or 3 times louder. I kid you guys not. Just look on the internet. Check everywhere. Every time Nintendo stomps their foot, there are people looking in that direction. And the comeback they've made is amazing. amazing. And I have had so much more fun with this console than I've had with a lot of consoles in a long time. Now, don't take this as I don't like the PS4 or Xbox One. I do. I'm an Xbox ambassador. I love Microsoft. Sony, I'm not going to lie, my opinion of them went a little bit lower this generation, but I still love my PlayStation. But my Switch right now, this is my bread and butter. It's my where it's at. When I'm not making videos, this is the console I'm playing on. This is the console I'm streaming my games on. Ask anybody who watches my streams, they'll tell you. Almost every stream I do has hashtag Switch Player somewhere in the title. But I do have one concern, one little thing that worries me for the future of the Nintendo Switch, and it is this next generation. With this next generation coming up, a lot of media, a lot of places and everything, they love to talk. They love to get their stories out there. There's a big thing in this world called clickbait. Hell, I've been guilty of it a few times myself. You know, you want to get noticed. You want to get things out. And the thing is, Nintendo, they've been so silent this year, it's hard to tell what they're going to do with anything. And the one rumor out right now that scares me the most is this next-gen Switch Pro, or whatever the hell this third console is. Now, we have the Nintendo Switch Regular and the Nintendo Switch Lite. There's obviously going to be a third piece of this pie somewhere eventually. You guys, you know how Nintendo functions. They make multiple iterations of their consoles. That's no secret. My only thing that scares me about this Switch Pro rumor is the fact that demand for better hardware and the pressure that people are putting on Nintendo for it is too much. And it scares me that they're going to take whatever this next Switch iteration is and start making exclusive games for it. That, especially me as a consumer and somebody, you know, who just got back into the Nintendo universe and is falling back in love with them again, that happening would destroy my happiness for this. And it's not because I would have to buy another console. I don't care about having to buy another console. It's just, why ruin this successful hype train? Because, you know, you're not meeting every single person out there's FPS demand or resolution demand, or, you know, because the universe is screaming 4K, we gotta grab 4K. No. Nintendo has never been ones to do that, and that's always what's made them unique. There are plenty of games that run 60 FPS on Switch and at 1080p. One thing I've learned about Switch, watching a lot of these games get made and developers and what they do, there are developers out there who know how to use a Switch dev kit right, and there are developers out there who don't. And that's one thing I am learning more and more. Hi-Res Studios, for example, these guys give 60 FPS on every title they have brought out for Nintendo Switch. Realm Royale, a big battle royale game the size of Fortnite. Epic Games can't seem, as massive as they are, to put Fortnite at 60 FPS on Switch. Realm Royale did it. Rogue Company, 60 FPS. Paladins, crashes like crazy, and freaking that dev team, please get your shit together because it's so annoying. But runs at 60 FPS. Rogue Company, 60 FPS. Overwatch, on the other hand, Blizzard, huge company. Blizzard, Activision, can't get theirs at 30 FPS. You guys are seeing the pattern and the trend I'm showing here? There are devs who know how to use this dev kit and console and utilize this Tegra X1 chip, and there are developers that don't. And the thing that bothers me the most when it comes to this is everyone's screaming for, you know, Nintendo to bump up in power and stuff like that. When it comes to supporting mobile, no one will scream for mobile to jump up in power. They'll just yell, hey, find a way to get it to work on a phone. Why can't players and developers have that same mentality for the Nintendo Switch? It uses a mobile processor, just like a mobile phone does. Hell, a high-end mobile processor at that, because most mobile games that come to Switch as mobile ports, they're running on their highest mobile settings. Most phones, even most high-end phones, can't even do that. They're running them on low and medium. The Switch will run them at high or ultimate. Like, I guarantee you, when Genshin Impact gets here on Switch, and I'm even going to do a graphical video comparison to prove it, it will be running at medium, high, or the maximum settings that the mobile version of Genshin Impact runs. It'll be running like that on a Nintendo Switch. And it just goes to show. Now, MiHoYo, them personally, the Genshin Impact guys, I trust them. They're mobile developers. They know how to utilize a mobile-like dev kit. But there are some developers out there who just don't know this console's software. We have seen this console pull off amazing things. Amazing things. Look at every Nintendo game. Name one Nintendo published title that's come on Switch looking like crap. Smash Brothers looks great. Look at these Splatoon visuals. Yeah, sure, it's not next-gen 4K and ray tracing, but guess what? There's reflections. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Nintendo know how to use their dev kit. They know how to use their hardware. There are developers out there, like Hi-Res Studios, like First Watch Games, that know how to use the hardware. The Dauntless guys, Phoenix Lab, they know how to use the hardware. But there are some developers who just don't know how to do it. And the thing that scares me is that mindset from certain developers and from certain players who just, want to push for latest and greatest tech, are going to push Nintendo into that same mistake they made with the Wii and the Wii U. Wii was a success, Wii U was a failure. Nintendo Switch is here, and Nintendo Switch Lite is here, the little mini version of the Switch, for those who want that portable experience that can replace your 3DS. But if we make a Switch Pro, a Switch 2.0, or Switch whatever, it needs to just be an optional upgrade. And I'm praying that that's all this new Switch becomes. I'm praying that this 3.5 years the Switch has had of its life cycle that Nintendo is claiming is just about halftime, I'm praying that it's really halftime. That's the only thing that worries me about the Nintendo Switch. But other than that, this hands down is the coolest console I have seen this gaming generation. Let me know what you guys think if y'all own a Switch down in the description below. I will also, if you've been watching this video, you'll see my Nintendo Switch ID in there, so you guys can feel free to add me on Nintendo Switch as well. But anyway, guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.